Hi. About a month or so ago, I asked Richard Smith, what's the best way to get one of the particular licks that Jerry Reed used in the claw. And Richard fairly quickly ran through a good half dozen different ways of doing it. And some of those I think he was making up on the fly, because he's that good. I mean, he's incredible. I really admire Richard. But we talked about a couple in the previous blog entry on Keener Music. We talked about a couple of the ways that I've played the claw over the years, and you know how you can make up your mind which way you want to play it. And there wasn't a lot of difference in the two ways that I played it, just a matter of fingering. But what I wanted to talk with you about this evening is making up licks or riffs. I know there's a slight difference in the meaning of the words, but just to make sure the full audience understands. Some people call it one, some call it another, and some use the two words to mean very different things. Anyway, one way is to start with an existing lick and modify it, and I've done that with the claw, and I've used something fairly similar to one of the ways that Richard showed me how to do it. It's not a copy of that, but it's somewhat similar. And then as I did that, it kind of led me into doing a couple of other things, which includes putting a natural harmonic into an existing scale to make it sound a little bit easier, and then that led into a little bit of a half a tune, basically just a simple progression. Anyway, I'll show you what I mean. Not very smooth at all. I've been piddling on this garden with it unamplified, and then which has a low sound, and then when I plug it into the amplifier, the sound is a good bit louder, and it kind of throws me, so bear with me. Mostly wanted to show you the lick and forget about the fact that I'm not playing it all that great. Anyway, one more time on that lick. So as you can see, there was nothing terribly innovative there. Modification on that scale, you know, to use the natural harmonics and then follow up there. Something I like to do a fair amount is work in some natural harmonics. People that are especially good at that, Tommy Emmanuel does that a lot, and of course Chet did. Lenny Brew is perhaps the best at it. Tommy Jones was remarkably good at it too. But I've been trying in the past couple of months especially to work in natural harmonics into my licks. So, but anyway, I hope you got something out of that. Again, start with something existing, modify it a little bit, and the modifications I showed you were fairly simple this evening. Obviously, the more modifications you do to a particular lick, the more interesting you can make it, and the more different you can make it. And that's, I think, ultimately desirable. But I wanted to show you kind of how you go about starting with something that's already around, and creating something different out of it. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.